Hello folks and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video we are taking a look at the Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox Series S. Now this is a fantastic title that I've been waiting for a very long time now. In fact, I think this is the first party exclusive from Microsoft that is being launched this year on the Xbox Series X and on the Xbox Series S. Now I'm playing this on my Series S because I do not have an Xbox Series X, but I'm quite excited. Now, as you can see by the introduction screens, that the production value of this particular game is phenomenal. And there are quite a lot of options. In fact, I'm not going to dive deep into the various options available, but quite a lot of options, including a quality and a performance mode. And in fact, even the interface visuals, there were so many options that you could actually select from. And yeah, it goes on and on. There's a Tritanopia color filter. I don't even know what that is, and I haven't really tried that out, but I'm gonna start the game by choosing to play this game in the performance mode. Now, a quick word here, it's a massive game, so it's gonna take up a lot of your internal storage, by the way. And speaking of the different modes available, it does come along with a quality mode, and it comes along with the performance mode as well. Now the performance mode obviously offers 60 frames per second, and on the Xbox Series S, this most likely will run on 1080p with 60 FPS. Now, just before I start off, I also want to mention a small thing. There's a lot of background noise, which I cannot avoid, and I thought I would mention that. I'll try to cut off the background noise as much as I can in a post, but in case it seeps in, then I apologize in advance. Now, it starts off by asking you to select your name, just like Forza Horizon 4 as well. So I'm going to go along with Spartan. That's exactly what my name was, even in Forza Horizon 4. So here you'll get an idea as to what the controls are like, and also an idea on the load times. And speaking of load times, minimal. You could just literally count the numbers on your fingers, and I guess in 10 seconds or so you are already into the game. It opens with these cutscenes, and whenever there are cutscenes, you have a cinema scope kind of an effect. So you've got black bars on the top and bottom. It gives a very cinematic feel, and the graphics right from the get-go, if you can see the screen,
home
is
the most
mind-boggling
place on earth.
I mean,
where everyone is welcome.
For a game to achieve this level of graphics is
Together,
just a kind of a teaser, in 2021 as to what's to come when it comes to these first-party exclusives on your Xbox Series X, S, and the PlayStation 5. So I'm quite excited. And this is only the first year that we're talking about. Way more to go in terms of the longevity of these consoles, because these consoles comfortably last for at least 7 years. That's the life cycle of these consoles.
My friend, one thing I have
And if you can see the quality of the graphics again,
you just have to let
it's
go
phenomenal.
and enjoy the ride.
So the game starts off by giving you an idea as to what kind of cars you will get to control later on in the game. So you're gonna have a variety of cars in the opening that you get to control, starting with this SUV, and it says drop it like it's hot. And again, this is 60 frames per second and in 1080p, and you feel the glory of these frame rates, especially when you start gaming. When you push the pedal down, you can actually feel how smooth the gameplay really is. And from the textures on the road, the rocks, down to the lighting, this game has it nailed. You know what I mean? I think I haven't seen a prettier game so far in the first year of the Xbox Series X and S. Oh man, look at how beautiful this game looks. The background score, fantastic. And the landscape. So this time around, you know, it's in Mexico, and the Mexican landscape is, again, gorgeous. You have various options even when it comes to the camera. So you can either play it in the third-person mode, as I'm playing right now, or you could even switch to the first-person camera. And you know, I mean, there's that transition from your gameplay over to a cutscene. Remember what I told you, the cutscenes are cinematic. So here you get an idea of, you know, these various cars, and you're going from an SUV to an all-out sports car now. And even the landscape has now changed, you know, from those rocky volcanic mountains, we have now come to this countryside, you could say, and heading over to a sandstorm right in front of us. We can see it in the distance, but here, you know, you have that beautiful countryside landscape. And yeah, you can, by the way, rewind in case, you know, you want to do that. It's like reversing time. That's a cool feature, and very handy to have, especially when you make those mistakes while you're driving, like you're crashing into, you know, the other cars. And just look at how beautiful the landscape looks, from, you know, the trees to the mountains in the background, even down to the airplane that is flying, and that sandstorm which we're heading into. Now, I might sound like a broken record, but I am gonna rave about how beautiful and how gorgeous this game looks right through the gameplay, because it is that beautiful. And unless you actually experience this on your computer screen or on your TV screen or on your monitor, man, I think, you know, I mean, this video does not do it justice. So unless you personally experience it, oh man, I would say that, you know, you would appreciate it. So again, another cutscene. So it just basically, you know, gives you an idea, and it sets the tone for you know, what's to come even in the game when it comes to the various cars that are going to be available for you. So we've gone from an SUV over to a sports car, and now from the beautiful countryside, you're heading over to this jungle, you know, this tropical kind of a jungle kind of a feel. So now you're driving on the dirt, and that water, even the water, it looks beautiful. You just look at it. Flamingos, wow. And I particularly am really appreciative of the way the lighting works in the game. Oh man, this is outstanding. Simply outstanding. Just look at it. I mean, let me know in the comment section, you know, as to what you feel about the lighting. And again, you know, I mean, the different types of cars that you get to drive, they come along, you know, with its own set of complications. For instance, you know, some of the cars might be very fast, but comparatively more difficult to control. So the faster a car is, and it depends on the, you know, the make of the vehicle as well. It depends on, you know, which vehicle you're driving, but sometimes, you know, these cars, man, they're tough to control. For instance, you know, this one, I'm just doing 168 to 169 kilometers per hour. That's what my speedometer is tracking and staying on screen. So you have the HUD, and the HUD, you can see that, you know, I've gone over 177 kilometers per hour. Man, I mean, everything, even when the screen slows down, or even when you reverse time, it is superb. This is so far, I mean, you could say in November 2021, now it's like one of my favorite games on the Xbox Series S. In terms of the visual fidelity of this game, man. And it truly shows, you know, what the Xbox Series S is actually capable of. And we're just talking the first year now. So exciting times ahead, because there's so much ahead. And, you know, we're eagerly waiting for all those first-party exclusives to come out. Halo is right around the corner as well. And this is a Game Pass game as well, so you don't even have to shell out any extra bucks. If you've got Game Pass Ultimate, you get to enjoy it without paying anything extra. And that is so cool about Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And now, we were just tracking our speed. It was over 177. I think that was the tops that we got in the jungle. But here, look at it. You know, we are already in the 250 kilometers per hour range. Now, this is a fast car. And now you've got this coastal kind of a scene on the right-hand side as well. And again, the landscape changes drastically, and there's just so much on offer that you're never gonna get bored. I mean, just look at it. I mean, you move from, you know, rocky mountains, volcanic mountains, over to a jungle, over to the countryside, and now you're even gonna get into the town here. And it's gorgeous. I mean, beautiful. 288, 290 kilometers per hour. Man, this car is fast. And let me know, you know, what you feel about the frame rate mode. I mean, this is the FPS mode, and the graphics look insanely smooth. And I think for a fast-paced game like this, you would definitely appreciate the extra FPS. And again, wow. The transition from the game to the cutscene, smooth as a smooth as a buttered knife, I would say. Here, you know, you've got some customization options as well. You can actually customize your character. So not a lot of customization, I would say, but I think the bare minimum is available. So you do have a lot of options in terms of the straight out of the box, you know, characters that you can actually choose from. So we're just gonna go with an individual now. You literally, you could say, you know, I mean, spoiled for choice because of so many options. The default characters that are available. So here you can select the hair color. You can even actually, you know, get your character a prosthetic, like a bionic arm or something. And we are finally going to end with the voice as well. And then you get to create your character. And the game is pretty straightforward. In fact, it's got this very linear kind of a trajectory that you're put on. You wander around, you know, the Mexican landscape, but you come around, you know, different quests that you can pick up. So these quests can be, you know, doing some kind of a pickup stuff for your character, like, you know, picking up a car or something, helping out a friend, or it could even be a very straightforward race, like, you know, you could be racing on a racetrack. So it does have these cutscenes as well, and it kind of gives you, you know, this feel that you're progressing, you know, through this journey. And the best part about it is that everything is so relaxed, you know, I mean, there's no stress, no tension, no enemies, you know, coming at you. Well, even if you crash into cars, like we have already seen, you've got that rewind option, so you can just reverse time and correct your mistakes. So you never put under the stress or pressure. And that is cool, you know. I mean, when you're gaming, you know, sometimes it's the right thing to do. I mean, of course, you know, we at the end of the day play these games to relax, to take some time out, you know. I mean, in our leisure time, and we want to enjoy these games.
I believe this is yours.
And it does give you that feeling, by the way. You know, you thoroughly are going to enjoy this game.
Yeah, I bet.
Like I said, the gameplay very straightforward. You're just going from one point to the other, moving around, you know, these different points on the map, which we are going to get to see in a short while.
What do you call primita, primito? I saw what you did in the UK. Vamos a hacer de banda.
Alejandro, right? If the rumors about what you can do with an engine are true, I'm sure we will.
And
Oh,
even for
speaking
a
of, did we get a
racing
delivery
game like
this
this,
morning?
I think the voice acting is pretty decent.
Yes.
Even the lip sync,
Mira, qué
the lip
chulada.
movement and all
This is
that,
quite a collection. You've
it's
got taste.
it's quite
I'll
good.
get them over to the
And
garage.
that goes to show the amount of
Them
effort
first.
that Microsoft Studios has actually put into the game. So you can select, you know, these cars. We're gonna go with the Corvette.
Can't go wrong with a Corvette.
And that's a beautiful beast. And even the soundtrack, you know, like I was saying, you know, the soundtrack is also
It's gotta be the Corvette.
very good. I mean, it has those punchy tracks
Great.
playing in the
How about
background.
a personalized number plate?
Here again, you know, you get to choose your number plate. You can type in anything that you want here. So I'm just gonna go with. I got a little confused here, you know. I mean, in the sense with the up and down. I kind of figured it out a little later on. But yeah, we're gonna go with the name Spartan. And yeah, you can name yourself anything that you want. And you can select, you know, I mean, some kind of an icon here. I'm just gonna go along with the lion because, you know, that's what my logo
I'll get
is
the rest
as
of
well
your cars to the garage.
on my YouTube
Gives me
channel.
a little more time
Quite
for
apt,
them.
you could say. So yeah, we're gonna go with the Corvette and right on. So this
Hey,
was the map
Spartan.
that
Talking
I
about
was
making an
actually talking
entrance.
about.
I know you've just arrived, but our first showcase is ready to roll. We just need our superstar.
So again, you know, I mean, you can choose to, you know, move from one place to the other. It's as simple as that. And so I was just trying to figure out, you know, where to go. It's very straightforward. I'm just showing you, you know, the map, and the quest is right there, you know, where it says new. Now, as you progress in the game, there will be more quests that will come up. So I'm just giving you an idea that you can drive from one point to the other, but if you want to, you know, follow the storyline, then just follow the quests, you know, that are available. In this case, it says a new quest there. Just select the quest and go along with it. I'm just trying to show, you know, the size of the map as to, you know, how big it really is and how you can actually travel, you know, across this whole place.
Hope you're ready for this.
Oh, I am ready. I'll be there soon.
Now again, you know, I think, you know, the extra frame rate definitely helps in a game like this. Let me know what you feel, because some people might just prefer to play in the quality mode. If you've been following my channel and if you know that when it comes to games, I generally prefer the quality mode, but I've always mentioned that, you know, games which have a lot of fast moving objects and for shooters, etc., one may actually appreciate the extra frame rate. So in this case, you know, in this game, the extra frame rates may definitely come handy. But you do have a quality mode as well, and we're gonna see that in a quick bit.
You will arrive at your destination.
So as I was saying, you just move from one destination to the other. You're always, you know, guided by this arrow so that you do not miss the location where you need to be. So here we have actually arrived at our destination, and then as soon as you arrive, the quest begins. And there are always these cutscenes. Now, before I move on with the game, I also want to show you the quality mode of this game. So at this point, do keep in mind that I have been playing on the performance mode so far, and now I would actually want to switch over to the quality mode. Now, the only problem that I actually found was when you try to switch from one mode to the other. That means if I want to go over from the performance to the quality mode and vice versa, the game actually has to restart. So it's not like, you can toggle between the two different modes. You would always have to restart the game. So here, like you're watching right now, it's the performance mode, but I'm going to switch over to the quality mode. So here you get the higher graphic fidelity, and as you can see, the game restarted. So this was a little, you could say, I'm being nitpicky, not really annoying, but I can understand, I mean, this is quite a heavy game. So I can understand, why they chose to do that. And we're going to see, how this game actually looks in the quality mode with the higher visual fidelity that is on offer. Because, man, this game is already beautiful. So even in the extra frame rate mode, that is the performance mode, the game looked breathtaking, you could say. I mean, it was just gorgeous. And now with the quality mode, we're going to get to see, how it looks. Now, before we get into the racing bit, there are quite a lot of, customizations, that you can do to your car as well. For instance, you can add a vinyl. So you can add different shapes to it if you want, and you can even paint your car. So here I'm just going to show you, how the car actually looks. So you get to see the light reflecting on the car, and man, this looks phenomenal again. I mean, I'm just surprised that they can actually, not really surprised, but coming from a PS4 or the Xbox One, when you see the crispness in, the graphics, especially the car, I mean, there is hardly any, aliasing issues here. I mean, everything is so sharp, crisp, that that's why I'm excited, as to what the current gen consoles can actually offer moving forward in the second or the third year. And we're talking about a very exciting second year for the Xbox Series S and even for the PlayStation 5. Hopefully in the second year, I am able to get my hands on the PlayStation 5 as well at retail price. That'd be great if I can. So far, no luck. Every time I try to hit that button on one of these online retail sites, it goes out of stock immediately. So it's just there for a few seconds. Yeah, so again, a lot of customization options. So you can actually choose to put any vinyl stickers on your car. I'm just gonna go with the flame design. I kind of like it. So it looks quite cool. I mean, what do you think? Let me know in the comments section as to what you feel about this particular vinyl sticker. We're gonna put the same on the other side as well. So we're gonna go with the same sticker. You can skip maybe 30 to 40 seconds ahead in the video if you don't want to see this customization section. But in case you want to stick around and see how much you can customize, then hey, feel free. Otherwise, you can just skip the button, just push forward by another 30 seconds or so, and you'll get into the heart of the game, which is the gameplay. But here I'm just gonna set it up, and as I was struggling a little with the controls, but yeah, again, about the background noise, this week there's a lot happening in the background, so you may get to hear some background noise. I apologize for it. Again, I will try to cut it off in the post-production as much as I can, but in case if it seeps through, again, apologies, folks. Hopefully, it will not be an issue in my videos next week. So yeah, okay, let's not waste a lot of time. Let's just set this up. Let's just move it here, and we can always, I mean, kind of skip this in the future. But again, just to give you an idea that these customization options are there. If you want to skip ahead, just skip ahead and get into the gameplay with the quality mode in action, not the performance mode, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna save this to the current car. And all these activities, they hardly take any time. As you can see, it doesn't take very long. Once you hit that save button, it's just a matter of maybe 10 to 15 seconds that you're talking about. I'm quickly gonna paint my car as well. I love red on my vehicle, so I'm just gonna paint it red. Here you have the option of painting it, so I'm just gonna go with the red color straight off the bat, and that's a bright Ferrari red, and we're gonna go along with that. So I think now my Corvette looks beautiful. So again, it just takes about 10 to 15 seconds for you to customize your vehicle. And now we are finally gonna head into the gameplay. So quite a lot of options here. If you can see, you can find new designs, you can have your vinyl groups, etc. And then you can create vinyl groups as well. And you can follow, players as well. Just to give you an idea, I'm just, showing you the various options available. Let's get into the gaming. So I am just gonna skip this and get into the art of gaming. And as you can see, the quality mode on now.
Safe to do so.
Everything looks, it already looked sharp in the performance mode, but now it looks sharper. And oh man, this looks amazing. Amazing. Simply outstanding is the right word, I would say. Oh man, this is so pretty. Now let me know in the comment section as to what you feel is better. Yeah, let's rewind. Don't want to bump into any car. Rewind, and let's play this again. And whoa, skip bump this time. Let me know in the comment section as to what you feel is better, quality or performance mode, 30 FPS or 60 FPS. Oh, hard hit. I think it looks much better in the quality mode. And again, I've always been a fan of resolution over frame rate, but for games like this, like I always mention, it may vary. So sometimes, I might kind of, choose to go along with the performance mode. The only hiccup, well, the game has to be restarted. A small hiccup, I would say. Again, just look at how beautiful this game is. Oh, I missed that point there.
Turn around.
You have to turn around and head back over to the point where you can actually select a mission or a quest, whatever you want to call it. So here I am, and as soon as you get to that point, you can enter the event. So let's just enter the event, and let's start with it. Again, a cutscene. When you choose these missions, of course, your vehicle might change based on the mission or the quest at hand. So you may not always have, the Corvette that you can actually get to choose. So yeah, you are going to start the mission. On a Wing and a Prayer. That's the name of this particular mission. So let's just start the race. Let's get on with it. We've got an aircraft right in front of us. There's no way you're overtaking that aircraft. It's an aircraft at the end of the day. You're riding or driving a car, sorry.
Pilot, there's a temple on the runway! Temple on the runway!
Look at that Mexican temple in the background. Man, it looks phenomenal. Oh. And I don't know if you can actually figure out the lighting in the game. The way light reflects on your vehicle, off your vehicle, on the road, the shadows, everything is just top notch. The reflection on the water, I don't know if you noticed that, but there was a water body or a slight kind of a puddle there, and the reflection on it. By the way, when it rains, the reflection that you get on the road, especially on the quality mode, it is something else.
Yes. What's it gonna take to beat this superstar? Let's see. What else you got?
Wow. And again, I mean, that background score is, yeah, it's quite nice. Keeps you pumping.
You want me to shut this? Oh, that was the plan?
And I don't know if you have noticed this already, but the variation in the landscape, again, not a single second, which feels like it's boring.
Touchdown! Go team motorcycle!
Now look at it, you're already in the heart of the city.
Superstar driver versus daredevil biker.
Ah,
Who you got?
hard to. And again, that option that you have to rewind, and this time I did worse. I think the first time around, it was better. It's all about braking and letting go of the accelerator. For those hard turns, if you would have noticed, the arrow actually turns yellow or red, meaning that you really gotta hit the brakes now if it's red. Keep that in mind, if you haven't already played any of these Forza Horizon games. But if you have, you already know what I'm talking about. And just look at this place, this city. Oh man, this is so beautiful. Ah. And now you're out again. The grass, the trees, the clouds, the skies, everything is. And look at that sheen on that road. The tar. There's so much detailing on it. Even if you zoom it,
did we lose a biker?
like 200% or so, still a lot of details. Wow. I mean, I went into this game thinking that, I'm just gonna make like a 20-minute video or so, but I ended up playing for so long. I think I might have ended up playing for an hour and a half or so, a little more than that, a little more than 90 minutes in my first sit-through with this game. I mean, that's how good this game is. Again, a very linear way of progressing through the game. As you progress, there are various missions and quests that will be unlocked that you will get to choose from, and you get to go all around Mexico and take up these quests. So this car is fast. Don't go, by the way, don't go on how it looks. It was doing speeds of 270 to 270 maybe 4 or something. Finished first. Ooh, yippee yay. Of course, I'm playing this game on the easy mode, but if you want something challenging, then of course you can actually change the difficulty levels as well. That is an option.
What a race! That was incredible.
I enjoy playing it on the easy mode. It also kind of becomes easier to showcase what are the things that you can actually do in the game. So I would not have myself embarrassed in front of the people who are actually watching this video. And just to give you an idea of the load times, there, you just move very comfortably from one scene to the other. And you're with your default car, the Corvette. And again, look at how beautiful the game looks.
Cheers, Haley. See you soon.
So it's so simple, you know, you just move from one point to the other.
It was a person in a wingsuit
And
on a motorcycle.
like I was saying, you know, there are these various missions that will pop up on the map, and we'll get to see that in a short bit as well.
I'm sending to some friends back home.
Ooh, hard nick there.
How about some Foo Fighters?
Ah, look at that sandstorm in the background. Whoa. Kind of reminds me of the movie The Mission Impossible. I don't remember which part was it, but you know, Tom Cruise running into this sandstorm, the one which has him running in Dubai. And yeah, we're here already.
I've had a few
So
requests
here,
come in, both in need of a talented
you would
driver.
notice, you know,
Care to
more
take a look?
quests or
My
missions
friend Carmen
popping
is
up.
looking to photograph some storms in the area, and she's asked
So
for a
you have
driver with
one,
strong
and then
off-road
you would have
skills.
another option.
And Alejandra's requested a driver to help us
And as
search
you
for a
progress, you know,
long-lost
there'll be
Porsche.
more and more,
With a bit of
and
time
you
before the next
actually
big event,
can
who should we
select
contact first?
one over the other. So it's not necessarily in a chronological order that you have to do a particular quest before the other one. You can choose any one that your heart
Yeah,
desires.
I wouldn't be much good at my job otherwise, would I?
So we're gonna go with this particular
I'll
quest,
go with Alejandra.
Got it. I'll let Carmen know you can help her later.
and all you gotta do is once you have selected the quest, you've basically gotta drive down to the place where the quest begins.
Hey, you're into the oldies, right? I want your help reviving a part of Mexican car history.
You've just earned a skill point.
And you keep on earning the
You
XP,
can use your skill
which you can
point here
choose to spend any
unlock
which way
perks.
you want.
Every car has its own set, offering unique bonuses. Skill points can be spent on any car you own.
Okay.
The watch.
Let me know, you know, what has been your favorite car, your favorite part of Mexico, whether you like the city, whether you like this place, the countryside, the jungle, the volcanic mountains,
In 400 meters,
the coastline. So here we have almost come to the end of, you know, this particular demo, and I've had a blast. I've had such a lot of fun playing this game, and I'm sure you will as well. It's anyways on Game Pass Ultimate, so no extra bucks. You can just download this game. In fact, if you haven't already downloaded this game, what are you waiting for? Download this straight away. Now, like every single video of mine, I would say this is the part where you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, and also share it with your friends and family members in case you like the content. Now, also hit the bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. Now, with that said,
you have arrived at your destination.
it's a wrap for this one, and I will see you lovely folks in my next gaming video. And until that time, I would say take care, stay safe, keep gaming, and may God bless you all.